To enjoy this and other great episodes on Patreon, check out the link in the description and subscribe via the Black Kluge tier for full access to over 100 exclusive episodes. For those of you who would like some QF swag on Teepublic, t-shirts, magnets, mugs, what have you, also click on the link in the description.
There's only one person that should be going to Amsterdam, okay? And that should be John. Why are you sending Robin there for?
I'm not sending anybody.
Nobody's sending anybody.
I have nothing to do with this.
Well, I mean, why isn't it that John's going? What are you guys doing to him? Why are you guys trying to keep him down for?
Keep him down. He canceled. He was supposed to go.
He canceled?
Yeah,
That's not what he said when I was on hold.
Because he's an idiot.
He decided not to go. What other possible explanation would there be?
You're trying to keep him down.
What?
You're full of it.
You're lying.
You're pushing the button on his mic.
What? Oh, he never said that.
Is this John from another room?
I don't know, but I heard you were yelling at him in the hall. That was the talk. I didn't have time to get into it yesterday. I had to leave, but I heard there was a big blowout in the halls.
Well, he decides to make fun of me because I'm trying to clean up his mess. He's laughing about me going on the trip because I'm cleaning up for him.
She's so crazy, man. It's she's so not cured. It's so sad.
You are such a. I don't even want to talk about what a scummy individual he is.
Tell me about this, Robin. I need to know. It sounds like a good story.
He wanted nothing more than to be involved with Heineken. Oh, Heineken. Why can't I be Heineken's person? Why doesn't Heineken recognize me?
Right.
So finally, somehow or other, he winds up at a lunch with the Heineken people, with Gary, and that's where this trip evolved from.
So John
was the impetus.
There was never going to be a trip.
Thing.
No. That's not true. They offered the trip as one of the things.
But it came out of that lunch.
So what?
And it was to you and Gary.
I decided I didn't want to go, but I don't know why me and you are now connected at this Heineken thing.
You were involved in it for how many months did you tell him you were going?
I thought I was going up until a month and a half out, which was enough time for them to, you know.
So what people got to remember is this is one of those things where, like, from a lard ass to a hard ass, hottest midget, funniest, hottest singer, stand up, whatever shit like that, female stand up. These are the contests sponsored by all these, things. In this case, Heineken, which is a big money sponsor for certain. The Becks, they used to have Becks regularly. Heineken, not just Heineken, Budweiser, even maybe, I can't even remember. A lot of beer companies, obviously, because what's the demographic that's listening to the show, right? Yeah. And so this is this trip. This would be, just as you said, maybe the first in a series of these trips, but it didn't last for very long, and certainly stopped once they got to Sirius, which I found amusing.
I'm still waiting to get my I1 check. I want the I1.com check. I'm waiting for that. So, interesting point I want to make. We talked about the year. It's 2003, right?
Yeah.
We're looking at most likely the summertime around this, right? Yeah. I have to look again. When was the date for this? So I just looked up. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here was from February of 03 to March of 03.
Correct.
So around, after that time, he's already done his circuit. He's hit up the talk show circuit and such. He's most likely in talks with the Tonight Show again.
For that correspondence job.
Right. No, I think the correspondence job was before. I think he's in conversations with them again, and this time
maybe
for the announcer. So because he doesn't leave. Remember, he leaves around. He said 0304 he goes out. So
I'm pretty sure it's sometime. I think it's the correspondence thing, and I'll explain, because if he did the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and this is just the summer, I'd say they had time to stew on it for a few months at the Tonight Show, and whatever exec said, well, hi, let's go for him. Let's offer him something. And then they came up with what they did. I'm pretty sure that's the way it went. And then as the year got a little later, all of a sudden talks progressed in the fall, where they were like, well, what about this?
Right.
Let's make you an offer you really can't refuse, and didn't, obviously.
Yeah, because I have to go down my my rabbit hole to figure it out, because I know a lot of time around that time, that's when a lot of discussions were happening with him, and he was also I believe he was getting some kind of TV roles here and there again. He was doing little side gigs again. He's elevated, and then around the time as well, he and Artie were hitting the road doing the stand-up gigs. That might be the reason why he pulled away from the Heineken, because he found that he could make more money with the comedy gigs than go on this trip.
Yes. Especially with Artie in tow and Artie being a draw, and all of a sudden, like, they were like, because Jackie, it was the stupidest thing, but maybe Jackie didn't. I don't think Jackie figured he could get a really rock and roll crowd. Excuse me, my voice is starting to be a little weakened this weekend. What happened? Jackie was playing like theaters, not even like 800 seaters or 400 or 500. He was just playing clubs. But Artie was always looking to take it to 1,500, 2,000. You get, more asses in seats, more tickets, higher ticket prices, more money, man. It's all supply and demand.
Hell, the Baby Gorilla did Carnegie Hall. How many comedians could say that?
Not a lot. Not a lot. I mean, he's up there with high fats. And he shares this. He shared the stage with I don't know who else played Carnegie Hall. Probably Judy Garland. A lot of greats. So let's continue a little bit.
They didn't book me a flight. I didn't book them, right?
Well, wait a second. So I don't understand something. So you feel you're taking the trip?
John backed out of the trip, and the people at the station, for some reason or other, were running around trying to replace him in the trip. They wanted someone else to go.
Right.
Well, you're not a valid.
Do you not want to go?
You
I know, this is what
are a piece of crap, and you don't even belong on John's shoe, and he's a piece of crap.
Hey, Howard, since when...
Wait a second. Wait.
Howard, I have never heard Robin talk about Heineken in my life. I've never heard her even, and I've never heard anybody mention
well, maybe if I go, I will be able to talk about
it. Heineken bottle.
I know.
Robin, are you... Well, so she could visit the brewery and report back better than John could. Are you saying...
I would rather take John's word than Robin's word, because Robin sugarcoats everything for her own pleasure.
Well, 1 second. You have your agenda, but I want to understand something.